Alright, now we're going to go for the dashed line tutorial. This one was definitely for me the most challenging so far. With the first 3 tutorials, it was real easy to get 100%, meaning that every time you ran the simulation, you were successful. But with this one, it's just a little bit different, and let's look at why. I'm going to go ahead and show you the course, and you see that there's breaks in the line. So if things are going straight, you just have to make the robot keep going straight. But sometimes in some of these curves, you can be going straight in a different direction and then hit the brake, and so you don't know to turn until you can encounter another line. So it took me multiple different tries on this, placing the sensors at different locations and moving things in and out to try to determine how wide the inner sensors, the right inside sensor, right outside sensor, and the placement of the left inside sensor and the right outside sensor. I ended up with a bar that is too long. I should really go back and fix that, because if this end of the bar encounters the forbidden area, it counts as a failure. But I had it longer because in some of the cases I was trying it with these sensors even farther out. Now let's look at the sensor at the circuit board design. You'll notice that this is the exact same one that I used as an option in tutorial 1.2 and 1.3. If the inside sensor is high, this goes through a NOT gate, brings it low, but through an OR gate, so we know whether or not to leave this on or not. This is important because when this is not sensing the line, this makes this high and the motor stays on. The same with that right sensor for keeping the motor on when we're not engaged in the line. And then when we encounter something with the outside sensors, that makes us make a hard turn. And then for the fine tuning on the inside, that's where when these sensors are going through, they will make small course adjustments. Let's see, you've seen the circuit board layout. We've seen how the construction looks. And when you do your own, try different placements on these and see how it affects the robot. And I will tell you that this is not 100% guarantee. I get it about half the time. It's the physics in this is fixed so that it is a little bit more real world. There's a little bit of randomness to it, and sometimes I get the random to work in my favor, and sometimes I don't. But you notice how when I'm off, see, this time I'm going to miss. So let's try it again without making any adjustments, and let's see what happens. If it fails too many times in a row, then what I'll do is I'll run several attempts until I get it to run through and then patch that in so you can see it. But you notice how the outside tells it to turn, and eventually, boom, the inside suit sensors hit it, and then we'll line back up. But in this case, we missed again. But notice that we drove off over here last time. So, all right, here we go. We're going to try a couple iterations on this 1.4 with a dot line. It's kind of challenging. Even when you get a good configuration, sometimes it'll still just barely miss. What I did with this is I moved the 2 inner sensors slightly to the right-hand side, because off the right-hand side is that yellow and black area. Looks like this one's going to go. I did this several iterations, and I just kept going fast until I looked like I had one that was working its way through. Once I made this slight adjustment so it was off center, I got a much higher rate of success. So anyway, there is a 1.4 dotted line success. See you in the next video.